welcome to DCTV News. I'm Kenny. The ongoing war of words between the United States and North Korea saw several new fiery salvos Saturday, a day on which the U.S. military, in show of force, flew bombers in international airspace over waters east of North Korea. The heated remarks also came on a day in which mysterious seismic activity in North Korea refueled concerns over the rogue nation's nuclear ambitions. North Korean Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho, speaking before the United Nations, angrily responded to U.S. President Donald Trump's UN remarks in which he referred to Kim Jong-un as Rocket Man. At the UN, Ri said that Trump had made a missile attack on the U.S. mainland more inevitable by insulting the dignity of North Korea. Trump took on Twitter Saturday night to respond to Ri's remarks, saying, "Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer," Trump wrote. Another important story. Ride-hailing service Uber will not have its London private hire license renewed, said Transport of London. TfL concluded the app was not fit and proper to hold a London private hire operator license. It said it took the decision of the grounds of public safety and security implications, confirming it would appeal the decision. Uber said it showed the world far from being open. London is now closed to innovative companies. TfL's concerns include Uber's approach to carrying out background checks on drivers and reporting serious criminal offenses. Uber's current license is due to run until the 30th of September. It has 21 days to appeal TfL's decision and can continue to operate while any appeals are ongoing. Some 3.5 million passengers and 40,000 drivers use the Uber app in London. Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, said,
TfL have spent some time going through the regulations that Parliament's given them in relation to deciding whether a private hire vehicle operator is fit and proper. They've looked at the evidence, and TfL have concluded today that Uber aren't a fit and proper private vehicle operator. There are real concerns around safety and security.
In other news, as supermarket giants in Singapore continue to grapple with the idea of imposing a plastic bag tax, some retailers have already taken the plunge with successful results in reducing the number of bags given out. In April, Japanese lifestyle brand Miniso imposed a 10-cent charge on customers for every plastic bags used at 25 outlets. In the 5 months since, plastic bag usage at Miniso has dropped as much as 75%. We used to use more than 200,000 plastic bags per month across our outlets. It has since dropped to an average of 75,000 plastic bags per month now, said Mr. Chong Chi-hua, general manager of Miniso Singapore, which sells homeware, bags, and electronics. He noted that many customers now use their own bags instead of purchasing plastic bags. IKEA Singapore, the first retailer to impose such a levy, has not seen a dent in its popularity as a result of the move to charging for bags. The Swedish furniture giant started charging 10 cents in 2007 before phasing them out in 2013. Today, shoppers must bring their own shopping bags or buy a reusable bag at less than $1. IKEA said more shoppers now can bring their own bags or simply just carry them by hand. Next, the results of the German election have just come in. Here to talk to us about it is Patrick Hayes.
On Saturday, Germany voted to elect the next Chancellor. Here I am in the virtual German parliament. Here are the results. 33% of Germans voted for Angela Merkel of the Christian Democratic Union, re-electing her for a fourth term. The Social Democratic Party, or SDP, headed by Martin Schulz, won 21.6% of the vote, while the Alternative for Germany party, a relatively new party set up in 2013, got 13.3% of the vote. The radical left, or pro-business, and Greens made up the rest of the vote. In terms of seats, Angela Merkel's Christian Democratic Union won 246, while the SPD won 153. The AfD, or Alternative for Germany Party, won 94. The FDP, headed by Christian Lindner, won 80, with the Die Linke Party coming in on 69. Also, the Greens won 67 seats in the parliament. Now, you may be thinking, how does this compare with 2013's vote? Well, Angela Merkel actually fared worse than in 2013, with 8.8% less of the vote. Also, the SPD lost about 5.5% of the voters. However, newer parties seem to be faring much better, with the AfD gaining 8.7% more of the vote, with the FDP coming in at 5.7%. Also, the Greens and Die Linke Party did gain, but did so with small margins of 1% and 0.3%. You might have seen the articles for the Sydney Morning Herald about Germany voting for a Jamaican government. Well, that is actually a nickname for German government coalitions. This is because the German government uses a modified version of proportional representation, which was introduced to Germany in the Weimar Republic. To form government, Angela Merkel's CDU has a few options. First is the Grand Coalition, a coalition of the CDU and SPD, the Social Democratic Party. Also Jamaica, which colours the Jamaican flag, which would consist of CDU, FDP and the Greens. However, we've also here got a few previous coalitions, although they're not viable because they don't total over 50%. We don't know as yet their choice, but we'll know very soon. Anyway, that's the German election results. So back to you, Kenny.
Next, a lost portrait by Flemish artist Paul Rubens has been rediscovered after almost 400 years. The 17th century Flemish artist's head study of the Duke of Buckingham was identified by Brenda Grosvenor from BBC 4's Britain's Lost Masterpieces. It was in Glasgow Museum's collection and on public display at the City Pollock House stately home. But overpainting the centuries of dirt meant it was though to be a later copy by another artist. The restored portrait of the first Duke of Buckingham was authenticated as the Rubens by Ben van Benden. Councillor David MacDonald, chairman of Glasgow Life, said, "Unsurprisingly, we are beyond delighted to discover the painting is by Rubens, an artist renowned globally as one of the most important painters in history. Overpainting of the background and other areas by the later artist, along with hundreds of years of dust and dirt, had obscured Rubens' work. Scientific analysis of the wood it was painted on dated it to the 1620s and found it had been prepared in a way done by Rubens' studio. It will go on display at Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum in Glasgow on Thursday." Well, that is all we have time for today. Please do subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you and goodbye for now.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.